And you look at the top players in the NBA, one thing a lot of them share in common, Clark, the ability to change speeds.
Yeah, they call it being shifty, herky-jerky, playing at your own pace. I love guys that never seem to be rushed. Something we see from SGA, Jalen Brunson, even the Joker, Nikola Jokic, all seem to have their own pace and cadence of play because of their remarkable fundamentals.
They've got Josh Giddey. Demons out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Klintman in at the four-man position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now, here's Vassell. That shot missing. Here's Klintman. And here's Edwards. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Sabonis.
He had 1 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. And it's Giddey with the ball for Minnesota. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Demon. Five to shoot. Here is Edwards. Over Sabonis. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal. He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Pass to Giddey. There's a good screen. Here's Klintman, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Excellent job navigating the screen and roll there. Giddey showing his vision on that one.
Smith outside. The 11-footer. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's Demon. Pass to Edwards. The tray for three. Edwards nails it.
And that corner pocket triple. Terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Now Porter. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Here's the screen. Here's Giddey. Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. The great skill development program showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Victor Wembanyama is checked in for San Antonio. And you know, everyone's aware, Clark, of the team rivalries in the NBA. But there are, I think, still plenty of personal ones, too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, you've got highly competitive, accomplished guys making up the rosters on NBA teams. And if a player wins the individual matchup in one game, you can be sure that opponent in the next game is going to look to make things a little different.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Now here's Barnes. Allen, a screen on Smith. Here's Barnes. The shot from the low post is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Great touch from Barnes. Great skill at the wing.
Smith outside. Wembanyama, right side. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 6 assists now in the game. Edwards with it. Barnes outside. Allen with the screen for Barnes. Back to Edwards. Nailed from three-point land. Edwards got 13 points here in the second half alone. And a wide-open look for Porter. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 12. Steps back. In the corner, Powell with it. Off target with his three.
Not the best shooting night for him, but luckily his teammates have picked him up.
And that one's good by Porter.
And just feeding the open man. Nice recognition there from Vassell.
Now here's Giddey. Crosses over, and he lays that one in.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
You can see that coming, right? Wembanyama taking on contact, getting the better end of that deal.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. And he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we've worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you.
And now Vassell knocking down a three of his own.
Edwards at full speed. It's stolen by Smith. Outside, Wembanyama. Now Castle. Porter fires. Driving in, Wembanyama. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
How about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
Edwards getting the close range two.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
Wembanyama. Count it.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
Now here's Giddey. Edwards inside. Castle covering. Can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Scotty Barnes. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two. And Porter drops them both.
Knocking down the free throws and eating into this lead with the clock stopped.
And here's Edwards. It's Allen, and stolen by Wembanyama. Now Castle. And Wembanyama too much inside.
And this is what a franchise player does. Wemby coming up huge down the stretch.
Edwards. Wembanyama reels it in. Smith.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was want to. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Porter.
And just seizing the moment. Allen not shying away in the clutch.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a three, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick two and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Porter fires. No good from three. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? You missed at the strike, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. San Antonio calls timeout. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And what's their best move at this point?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Now Smith shoots the three. Wembanyama, count it.
Good awareness that time to put the shot right back up before the defense could react.
Outside Edwards. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting him in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line. This fella knows how to finish a game off. There was no question about those free throws.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. And this victory locks them in for the West semifinals of the NBA Cup tournament.
And you can tell the competition is getting fierce, right? Only 4 teams remaining on the road to winning that NBA Cup.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. See you next time.
One thing you hear coaches say all the time, Doris, finish the cut.
The reason being you have to let the passer know exactly what you're going to do. If you stop short, so often the ball ends up out of bounds. Jason Tatum is a thirsty scorer, and right now filling it up.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. Brandon Miller is out there with Cunningham. Then there's Holland, and it's Dunn in at the power forward position. Good on the bucket.
Boy, as strong as he's been, they're going to need him to continue shouldering the load to try to break through.
Now here's Tatum, defended by Dunn. Here's Garland. And Cunningham pulls it down. Cunningham's got 4 rebounds now. Holland, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
Doris, for teams looking to trade away a big-money player, it seems the landscape is getting more challenging.
BA, to me, roster construction is one of the single most difficult things in this league. First and foremost, there are rules in place that restrict salary acquisition. The other piece of this is there are now second aprons in place. So it's not just roster construction, it's sustaining a quality roster over time and keeping that continuity. Success in this league is tough.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Klingon. Here's Brown. And he makes it on the layup. Brown's got 19 points.
Yeah, Brown just doing a great job getting after it, mixing it up on the window.
Miller outside. Pass to Christie. Dunn outside. Cunningham looking it over. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Tatum with it. A shot from the mid-range. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Tatum's got 6 points in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And now let's take a second to present our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
He has truly put on a show out there tonight, tearing it up on both ends of the floor. So impressive. And the other squad has looked helpless to stop him.
You know, I got to applaud his incredible energy out there tonight. Losing again was not an option for him. He wouldn't settle for anything other than a win.
If a teammate's open in the painted area, you give him the basketball. Those are high-quality shots.
Clark with a screen on Cunningham. Clark outside. There's Jackson with the 3. Miller pulls it in.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
You have to admire Cunningham's concentration in these spots, refusing to let the defense overwhelm him.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
They've also done a heck of a job at the free throw line tonight. Good aggression has led to a number of easy chances and points at the line.
Miller outside. And again, it's Detroit converting.
Wow, that's where the quick release of Brandon Miller helps.
Boston leading by 21. Here's Peeler. And to encourage more mid-range and post play, some have suggested moving the three-point line outward.
I do not like this idea, PA. You can't move the corner any further back. How many sideline violations do we already have? Let the game play as is.
Well, the Pistons shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Back to Cunningham. The 3 is up. Boston pulls it in.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Robinson Earl, the pass to Peeler. Shoots over.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
And here's Cunningham outside. Clark grabs the board. Well, the Celtics shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. Jackson outside. It's tipped. Here's Miller. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Clark with a screen on Cunningham. Jackson, the pass to Peeler. And here's Oubre from the arc. The rebound by Detroit. Leonard's got 5 rebounds in the game. This one for 3. Buries it from outside.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
Jackson with a screen on Miller. Here's Oubre from deep. Knocks down the long J. And the Celtics lead by 21.
Well, you have to respect how fast Kelly Oubre gets his shot off in catch-and-shoot situations.
Cunningham passes to Leonard. Here's Miller. It falls, and now he's 10 of 15 shooting. Nice work.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Celtics.
Free throws were a major factor tonight.
It's nice to get a lot of shots at the line, but then you need to convert them.
They did that, and it paved their way to a win.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year. And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jason Tatum.
So highly effective on the offensive end. At times, this guy just scoring at will.
Here's Jackson, following the score by Detroit. Here's Peeler. Yes, it's good.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Now here's Miller. Cunningham outside. Misses the three.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Peeler, guarded by Miller. Here's Clark. Soft touch off the glass.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
So we see Boston get the win here, showing the rest of the Eastern Conference what kind of team they're going to be this year.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do in the semifinals. The NBA Cup has a way of humbling teams.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.
When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now, and I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
That's terrific. They've got Kispert. Evan Mobley is out there with Flag. Then there's Edwards, and it's Thiessen at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Flag with it, defended by Avdia. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal. It's been a rough quarter for them. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Dallas leading by 20. Kispert with it. Pass to Theus. Back to Kispert. Dallas moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. Avdia with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Good work there as it goes. Henderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Kispert, the pass to Theus. And here's Edwards from outside the arc. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Timeout, Blazers. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Here's Lively. The Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Back to Hero. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Puts up a 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Now, Hero from downtown. Cole with the rebound.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Hero against Henderson. Hero looking around. Stolen by Henderson. Here's Cole, and the shot is good. Cole's got 26 points.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
Here's Flag. Here's Lively. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
3rd personal foul. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
We know about the length and the athleticism, Tim, of Lively. But what do you like about his skill and maybe the way he sees the game?
Yeah, this league has seen a lot of guys with that type of length and athletic ability, but what sets him apart, he's got great instincts for where to get open, instincts how to rebound, where the ball is coming off, and then also, I just think his conditioning level is very high.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Takes a step back. Mobley outside. Now Lively. What a finesse finish on the land.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Up top, Filipowski. Lively defending. Henderson. Mobley there for the rebound.
Now, that was a breakdown defensively, but he couldn't take advantage.
With the step back. Now flag. Stolen by Henderson.
2 minutes.
Jacks up a three. Three. Good.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Here's flag. Mobley a screen on Avdia. And he jams it in.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Now here's Henderson from 13 feet. It's in.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Dallas.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Evan Mobley.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Flag with it, defended by Avdia. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Hero against Henderson. Just 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. And this victory locks them in for the West semifinals of the NBA Cup tournament.
And you can tell the competition is getting fierce, right? Only 4 teams remaining on the road to winning that NBA Cup.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports.
And when you're trying to slow down a great scorer, there are those shots you've just got to live with, Stan.
Well, look, B.A., you can't take away everything, particularly from the great players. I think when you're game planning, what you have to decide is just that. What can you live with and what do you want to take away? And you try to just make those great players a little bit less efficient. You're not going to shut them down, but maybe you can make them a little bit less efficient.
On the court for Chicago, they've got Thompson, Walter out there with Zach Edey, and it's Rollins in at the 1. Murray deciding where to go with it. And count it, 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Here's Rollins, defended by Murray. Count it. Milwaukee leading by 13. Outside Murray. He's got it. His 9th make out of 15 tries.
Well, you can see how locked in Murray has been in this game. He's getting to his spots, and the numbers are piling up.
Here's Rollins. Walter from outside. Here's Edey. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Edey's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
Outside Murray. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
A long-limbed 6'5" guard, Grant. Talk about what DeJounte Murray brings to the table.
Oh, man, defense. I mean, he's led the league in steals, B.A. And Murray is really good at disrupting the point of attack, making things hard on the opposing ball handler.
Thomas, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Sharp comes in for Wallace. Fox is checked in for Chicago.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Now here's Murray. Sharp has the open look. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. And the Bucks lead by 15.
I guess he got a really good pep talk in the locker room because it's been a total reversal this half.
That one goes. Count it.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Outside Mathurin. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Yeah, such a smooth shooter. Mathurin is someone you must guard closely, or this is what happens.
Pass to Walter. To the wing on the left. And Asenge gets it to go.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
It's Sharp on the wing. He's covered by Fox. Shoots from the baseline. And that one's good. Sharp's got 11 points here in the second half.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Edey, nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Edey's got 6 in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Thomas outside. Pass to Sharp. Lets it go from deep. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Walter. Here's Asenge. Fox for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Carl's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Oh, Fox with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. Pass to Edey. Now Fox. Another shot. Wow, Fox gets it done in close.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
Timeout, Bucks. Bears checked in for Murray. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach from Milwaukee was getting across in their huddle. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Thomas. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Pass to Asenge. Fires the three. Edey inside. Ware covers. Edey outside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Now here's Ware. Sharp. And he nails it.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Chicago trails by 13. Now Fox. It's stolen. Sharp with it. Here's Mathurin. Knocked loose. Now Thomas. 5 to shoot. From downtown. Another chance. And that's money on the layup.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Shot's no good. Milwaukee leading by 15. Outside Sharp. A minute 37 left in the fourth. It's cleared away by Thompson.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense. And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Bucks.
Hey, if you get yourself to the line and cash in on those opportunities, you paint your opponent into a corner.
Yeah, they were so successful with that all night. Aggressive, fearless, whatever you want to call it, they really pushed the action and got rewarded.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And what a huge performance it was for DeJounte Murray.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Here's Carl. Oh, no good on the layup. Shoots a three. The three is in. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson outside. Ware with it. Edey's there. From 15 feet away, Edey rips down the board. So Milwaukee wins it, showing the rest of the Eastern Conference what kind of team they're going to be this year.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do in the semifinals. The NBA Cup has a way of humbling teams.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long.